Is it crazy to say that this week's episode of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is one of the best episodes we've seen from a Game of Thrones show? Full spoilers, this will include spoilers for episode 3 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which included a huge reveal at the end of the episode. If you have not seen it, save this, come back to it later. As I have mentioned multiple times, probably every single video I have done for this series, I have no prior knowledge of this time frame in Game of Thrones. I don't know this story, I don't know these characters, so I was completely surprised to learn that Egg is actually a Targaryen. Now I will say, there are hints everywhere in this series. The first 2 episodes are full of so many little moments that hint towards this reveal, but what a brilliant reveal it was, and I cannot wait to see what happens after this. This obviously makes the series so much bigger than what we have been following beforehand. Like, it shifts everything into something so completely different from what I thought this show was going to be, and I've always been curious on how Dunk becomes Sir Duncan the Tall that we learned about in the original series from Joffrey, but this could be the moment that kind of makes that happen. Now, there is obviously a lot going on right now and everything that took place at the end of this episode, and there's a lot of things that need to happen to get to that point, but I don't know how this doesn't help Dunk in the long run, since he was basically protecting a Targaryen prince. And speaking of Targaryen princes for a moment, fuck this guy. Yes, he looks amazing inside that armor on his horse, but what an absolute douchebag. I was already really liking everything that came before this big reveal. Everything that happened in those first 2 episodes, how they were setting up this world and introducing us to all of these characters. But now that we do have this big moment, this huge reveal, and learning that Egg is actually someone so much more important than we originally thought, it has completely blown the doors off of this story, and I cannot wait to see what comes from it. I do hope we continue to get those smaller moments that we've had with Dunk and Egg so far, like him teaching him how to sew, or that moment they had on the hilltop, which was great. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really looking forward to spending more time with the Targaryens and diving into what is currently going on in this time frame. Let me know where you currently stand with the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms after episode 3, and what your thoughts and theories are after that big reveal, and hit that follow button for more TV content just like this.